Well, good morning. I'm Martin Tyner with the Southwest Wildlife Foundation, and we're going to bring you up to date on our newest member of the family, our newest wildlife ambassador, and my newest falconry bird. And his name is Striker. And so come on back, and we're going to show you kind of a day in the life of Striker the Peregrine Falcon. Okay. Well, the first thing you'll notice is we have Belle. Belle is our Harris hawk, and she's been with us for hi Belle. And now you can hear Striker making a little noise. But this was Striker's first night sleeping down here. We'll go down a little bit more. Now, the thing I want you to look at, you go back a little bit and show them this. Okay, this is a kite. Now, part of the training with Striker will be to get him to fly very, very high. And we'll tie actually food on the string below the kite and fly the kite up to altitude and let Striker fly to catch him. That's a little later on this training, but we want to get him used to the kite. And to get him used to the kite, I come down here and you can see the kite makes noise. And so Striker just looks at that and says, oh, that's nothing. That's nothing important. And so it's just part of the early training to get him used to lots and lots of different kinds of things. Now, we're going to get Striker out and get his breakfast. One of the things you got to really understand, as these birds are growing, they're incredibly delicate. And so you do not want to carry them around very much. And so this is a really great, this is a very soft facility. There's good visibility for him. It's very, very soft. And so he can't hurt himself in here. And we use this for transporting a lot of birds and stuff. And so we're going to pick up Striker, but we have to, when you pick him up, you want to get both hands, go all the way around the body, hold his legs in your hand, hold his wings together, and then lift him gently so that you don't strain any of those joints, because they're really delicate at this stage. Hello, little baby, come here. Okay. Now, as you see, I've got him, so he's very, very secure. And this is as far as I'm going to carry him, is right to his little transport box. And so this gives him a nice, safe way to move him around without having to carry him. He's just now standing in the last couple of days and walking around. But hold him as little as you possibly can get away with. Hi, baby. He wants his breakfast. Now, I don't want to be a representative of food to him, so we're going to pull a little trick here on him. Yeah, is mommy petting you? Yeah. Well, come on, let's go feed Striker. I'll show you how we do it. Okay, we're up in the living room, and this is where Striker spent a lot of time. The purpose for that is, again, we want to socialize him. We want to get Cody, come here, Cody. We want to get him used to, hi baby, get him used to Cody, so the dogs don't bother him. We set up the living room so that, right there, don't poop. Okay, for the first 2 weeks of his life. This is a 10-gallon aquarium. 20-gallon aquarium would be better. I just didn't have one. And so, glass, you can see all the way around. This is just where he would sleep at night as a tiny baby. One little trick that I do, a mirror, so that when he's here in a 10-gallon aquarium, and he's just kind of laying down and being comfortable, he sees his reflection, so he feels like there may be another bird in there with him. So he doesn't feel quite so much alone. And of course we have Helen, and she's our babysitter for him. And so he gets to see Helen right here above him, which would be quite normal in a falcon's nest to have mom and dad in the area. So he's got Helen. We've got the television, so he sees lots of movements and sounds and noises with the TV. And we have our big sheet of plastic, and we throw the sheet of plastic down on the couch, on the chairs, wherever he's going to be, to help keep the house a little bit cleaner from his poop and stuff. And so we just kind of arrange everything, kind of modify the home to keep everything clean and safe for our newest member of the family. And then because the weather is so nice outside, we spend a lot of time outside. And the sound that you hear Striker making, that's his baby call. Now, if we were to feed him...
Okay, Cody.
Okay, Cody. If we were to feed Striker from the hand or whatever here, he would imprint on us feeding him, and he would become a terrible, terrible screamer. But see, we ignore this little bit of noise right now. Striker will come out here, and like yesterday, I had a friend of mine who brought his whole family over, and they sat right here on the swing and the chair, and I just handed them Striker, and they were just flat in love. And I told them, yeah, take a seat. And they just sit down right here with Striker in their lap in the box. I don't want them holding him. And they're able to, with just the back of their finger, very, very lightly touch him. And touch his feet, and touch his wings, just to very, very lightly. Again, this is to desensitize them to touch and to movement. And so as he gets older, he'll have to be handled and have to be hooded. And I didn't bring my hood out for him, but we usually bring a hood out and we touch him with a hood at this stage. We don't put the hood on at this stage, we just touch him with a hood, so that the hood is something that's very, very normal and Striker doesn't see this as any kind of a punishment or any kind of a scary thing. The hood is just something that's all part of his environment, just like Cody. And Cody is a scary thing, but we keep Striker safe from Cody. I know you're looking for it, but I didn't tell you where it was. He's looking for his Frisbee. He's just obsessed. And we have a little playpen here, a little puppy playpen that we put out, and we just kind of move it around the yard in shady spots. I did put some plastic down here lower, clear plastic, so that he doesn't touch the metal, and that's very, very important. So it doesn't touch the metal. It's just clear plastic. It's easy to move, it's easy to wash. This one we can just kind of turn these in, use paper or clothespins to close it up. And then if I'm going to go in the house for a minute, now it's very secure, so that nothing, no wild hawk or anything's going to bother him in here if I do have to go in the house or do some chores and leave him out here in a nice shady spot. Now he's pretty much outgrown this. And so he needs a bigger facility. So we built him a bigger facility, and come over, I'll show you the bigger weathering yard for Striker.
And he's been with us 2 weeks now. He's about 4 weeks old.
Yeah, he's 4 weeks old, been with us for 2 weeks. And he's more than doubled in size since we got him. So he's growing up very nicely. Now, this is a new weathering yard. You can get these at home and garden stores. You can get them at like Lowe's or Home Depot or just about anywhere. And these are dog kennels. These are chain link dog kennels. They're relatively cheap.
Sorry.
And this, with 2 or 3 extra friends, we can move this around the yard. It's not that heavy, but I wanted to give him a place where he could weather. And weather means you just sit out in the weather, and it's where they're perfectly safe, but he can't get into trouble. He can't, an animal won't catch him or those kinds of things. So this is a very safe facility. Now I modify the dog kennel to be, again, safe for him. As you see, chain link is bad. We avoid chain link. This I want to be able to see through. So this is fly screen, which is actually quite soft and maneuverable. But it covers the chain link. We want to cover that chain link, and so that's what we did. So on the inside, you can see it's all the way around. It's all fly screen around here. So it's
shade screen,
screen. So it's very safe, and we've covered it on the top so that we don't have to worry about any kind of predators coming in bothering him.
Like our local Cooper's hawks.
Yeah, like we have a family of Cooper's hawks. They've been coming around for years. They eat a lot of our pigeons, but that's fine. That's what they're supposed to do.
Don't want them to eat our new baby.
Yeah, don't want them to hurt Striker here. So this gives them a nice, safe piece of lawn to play on. And as this gets a little worn, we can move it over throughout the yard so that we can keep this nice and clean and safe for him. Now, here's the secret, guys. Striker, it's breakfast time. He wants to eat. This is why he's making all this noise. But I don't want to be here when he does. And so I do not hand him food. You know, when we first got him, we needed to make sure he got fed. And so I would hand him food. I would be behind him. And I would, with a long pair of forceps, I'd kind of bring him around in front of him with food. Try to block any view. In fact, I had some cardboard put up between me and him so he couldn't see me. And so all he saw was the forceps in my hand. And so I don't want him to see me as a food source. And so we're going to do our little trick here today. And that is that right here is Striker's lure. Now this is the lure. This is his toy. This is what he's being trained on. And so we're already training him on the lure. He has his breakfast right there on his lure. And so we will step out and we'll come back by the door here. And I'm going to take Striker, I'm going to pick him up, and I'm going to just set him on the ground, and then I'm going to close the door. Now, what I did not bring my whistle. I got busy this morning, and so I bring the whistle that I trained them to. The whistle's kind of the dinner bell, and I blow the whistle. And so as soon as he starts to eat, I like to blow his whistle for him.
You want me to pause it so you can go get it?
Sure.
Hey, Striker. He was already trying to get out of the box and go for it, so I stood and blocked his view until you got back.
Okay. Yeah,
so now I'll get out of his way.
Okay.
Is that okay if I...
Yeah, let me get him out of his box if I get by here. Okay. Do I need to block your view for a minute? Okay, here's the game. I've got his whistle now. He knows where the food is. He knows the lure is his food. And so at this moment, he needs to walk 10 feet to his food. I don't feed him. And so we just let him out of his box, let him walk the 10 feet to his lure, and he eats his breakfast. Now, he gets fed 4 times a day.
So he's not going to wait for you to get him out.
Very shortly, what we're going to do is I'm going to put the lure in the yard, and we're going to start moving the distance. So we put him 10 feet away, 20 feet away, 30 feet away when he's walking much, much better. And he'll see that lure and he'll run to the lure. Again, when he gets to the lure, we blow the whistle because that's the dinner bell. And so by the time he's actually flying, he will be fully trained to the lure. And so that's kind of our goal.
He's not waiting for you.
Yeah, you're not waiting for me. You're
going to help him out.
Come on, sweetie. Okay. Come on. There we go. And as you see, I try to carry him as little as I possibly can because his joints are quite delicate. You want me to get out of your way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me get my whistle. Okay. anyway, you get kind of the idea, and try to make sure that.
Should have gave you a warning before the whistle blows to turn your sound down.
Yeah. So anyway, now he's out having his breakfast. Like I said, he gets fed 4 times a day, and that's really big meals. He's eating 4 times what he would normally eat as an adult. So that's an awful lot of food because it's an awful lot of growth. Right now he's gained his body size, he's pretty much stopped growing. His feet are full size, his head is full size. Now it's feather growth time. And so making sure that he has lots and lots of really high quality nutrition during the feather growth stage. Of course, during every stage is important, but that means his feathers will grow in nice and clean and smooth with no weaknesses or streaks. And so he'll be really, really ready to be a good flying falcon. And so we'll let him finish his breakfast. I'll go and take care of all the other animals with Susan, and then we'll run our morning errands. And we will take him with us as we're running errands. We try to run the errands early so it's not too hot for him. Anybody that wants to see him gets to see him. Anybody that wants to sit down in a quiet place and just have him sit in their lap in his little transport box gets to do that. And so right now everything is about acclimation. It's getting him used to as many things as we possibly can so that when he is flying, that this is not a big scary world for him. This is, he knows what cars are. I mean, he watches cars go back and forth along our road all day long. So airplanes fly overhead. Everything is new for him, and so the more we can acclimate him to, the less chance he'll have to become frightened and be scared off. So that's really what the goal right now. And so that's our little Striker, and we're just excited as heck to have our new little friend. So we'll talk to you soon.